Hello guys, welcome to the video. So in the last one we made health points UI, we did update UI, and we also created a game manager. Now I want to make a currency variable so we can increase amount of resources player has when he kills the enemy. That's what we need to do. So let's make a variable over here in a game manager, serialize field, private int, let's call it just currency, because maybe you want to have gold, maybe you want to have metal, maybe you want to have energy, whatever you want to have, you can write it there. I'm going to use currency, so it's sort of generalized. Now let's make a method that would update the value. This one is super easy to do. It's going to be basically the same method, public void, update currency, int value. Then inside we're going to do currency plus equals value. And it doesn't matter you reducing or increasing the value, you can just pass the change into parentheses over here. All right, now we need to call this method whenever enemy dies from a tower, and easiest way would be to do it in the enemy script in the die method over here. The only problem is that enemy could die not only from a tower but from something else, for example from entering the castle over here. So somehow we need to make it different for enemy disappearing from the game and from enemy being killed by the tower. That's why maybe we should just make another method. Something like destroy enemy or something like that is going to have same functionality, but it's going to make things easier to understand. Let's do public void destroy enemy. Yeah. And in this method, we can just do these two lines of code like that. And then over here, we can add coins. So these two methods would be different. Oh, I'm so sorry. This should be removed. Now let's get the game manager on the enemy. We could pass it through setup enemy, or we could just get component in the awake. Why not? Let's do private game manager, then awake game manager equals to find first object by type of game manager. Very nice. Now we can go down to die method, and over here we can do game manager, update currency. Let's do 1. We're gonna increase it by 1. Simple as that. So now you see these two methods are different, and this one gonna be called when enemy loses the health points and it's below 0. And on the castle over here, instead of take damage, we're gonna just call destroy enemy, like that. So player will not receive coins when enemy just enter in the castle. Now let's go and see this, if it works. What we need to do here is to maybe place a tower. Let me focus on a grid builder. And we definitely need a tower over here. So I'm gonna go to prefabs, find the tower, place it over here. Let's go to play mode. Now, game manager has 0 currency over here. Let's see what happens when 2 enemies die. And boom, 1. So 1 enemy was killed by tower and we have currency 1. And 1 enemy entered the castle and currency was not increased. Basically, it's working perfectly fine. Let's double check this just in case. I'm gonna give this tower lots of damage, like 55. And I'm gonna select game manager. Let's see currency increasing. Okay, now I'm gonna disable the tower, and these 4 or 3 enemies supposed to enter the castle. We're supposed to lose health points, and we're not supposed to get more currency. And this is what we have. Perfect. This is what we need. Now let's delete it, and let's create UI and update it, and we're good. That can be simply done by taking this health points UI, duplicating it. Let's duplicate it. Let's change it to currency UI. And I'm gonna just go here, hold Shift, Alt, and click top right corner, like that. Now let's check Y position on the health points. It is -13. and x is 9, so I'm gonna go here and do -9, -13. Perfect. I don't want to adjust the size. We have auto size on the text. So over here in the text, if value is too big, it's just gonna reduce the font size and it's gonna be fine. Let's say we're gonna write here resources, and I'm gonna paste this in because I'm afraid I'm gonna make a mistake. Okay, good. And let's say we have somewhat like 76, then it's fine. If at some point we have 764, it's gonna be like that. And if we got 7,000, it's gonna be like that. Pretty much okay. I think I like it. Maybe let's do this a little bit over here. And what if we do a space like that? Looks good to me. This is what I want to do. Let's go here and double check something on the text. I want to do this, so it definitely does not touch the borders. All right, now let's go to UI in-game. Let's make a variable for our text, serialized field, private text mesh pro GUI, currency text, and then we're gonna need the method, public void, update, currency text, int value. And we're gonna take currency text. The text equals to resources plus value. Nice. Very nice. Now we need to call this method every time we gain in the currency or losing it. So on the game manager, we can simply go here and do in-game UI update currency. Wait, this should be update currency UI. Let's do update. Wait a second. I lost it. Update currency UI. This is better. Now back to game manager. Update currency UI with a currency. Alrighty. This should be good. We can go back, assign the variable of a text here, and wait, these are the same, so let's change it. Let's do HP text and let's do currency text. Okay, so it's easier to understand in the inspector. Now let's place the tower again. I guess I should not remove it. Prefab tower here, high damage. Let's go to play mode. So we have resources 1 because one enemy was killed. Now we have 2. Okay, I see we need a space over here. Other than that, it's all good. Very cool. Love it. Over here, we need to put a space. Okay, let's go to the next video.